I hope you're having a great day today at Audi Mission Viejo. Coach Jamie here, back with part two of my mystery shop. Now, I submitted my lead to your dealership Thursday at 3:25 p.m. Central Standard Time. The first response received was this automated response email, received 8 minutes later at 3:33. Next, there was an email sent at 4:01. However, there were no phone calls received, so I'm going to get to that momentarily. But first, I want to review the responses that were received. So remember, with the auto response, we don't recommend these, especially if your dealership is open. We want all responses to be personal. However, if you are to send it, you did a pretty nice job here. It was received in my inbox. It does appear to be personal as you do reference the customer by their first name. It also does appear to have come from someone. However, we want this signature file to be complete. So in addition to your name, title, dealership name, and phone number, we also want to see your personal email address and that link back to your dealership's website. Now, it was received 8 minutes after sending the lead, which is great. That definitely gives it a more personal feel, as we do want the customer to think that we took the time to type them up that email. However, we're also looking for a value proposition statement. So all communications should sell the value in your dealership. There are no spelling or grammatical errors here, so nicely done with that. Next, I want to talk about the email received. Now remember, the goal is to get your customer on the phone within 15 to 30 minutes and then always send a follow-up email. So the only time we want to send an email prior to that phone conversation is if we have already attempted to reach the customer. That was not the case on this particular shop. So always be sure to pick up that phone first and then follow that up with an email. So when sending the email before speaking with your customer, there is a lot more that we want you to include. Now, I know on the lead we did specifically ask you to send information on that $249 per month special on the A3 with the premium package. So you did do a nice job sending that information. However, regardless, we always still want to pick up the phone and immediately contact our customers. So the email was received in my inbox, and I did give you credit for a clearly defined subject line. Moving forward, however, I suggest also including that vehicle of interest as well. We want to trigger the customer's memory. They may be online submitting several different requests to different dealerships and possibly even on different vehicles. So it's important to include that A3 here so that they remember the vehicle that they did submit the request on. Now, in addition to that, we also want to validate the customer's choice in a vehicle with positive words. So make them feel good about their choice. Say it's a great vehicle, it's a beautiful vehicle. You do offer a lot of great information on that vehicle of interest, and you also do address the availability right here, so nicely done there. However, we're also looking for alternative vehicle options along with alternative pricing. So here include additional links to similar vehicles close to what the customer submitted that inquiry on. You do a nice job answering the questions asked in the lead, as you do provide the customer with the information they requested. However, we also want to be sure to mention that we will be following up. You do say here, I or my assistant will follow up with you as soon as possible. So I did give you credit here. Just be sure that you are doing what you tell the customer you're going to do. So we always do want to call that customer. Now, the next thing we're looking for is a complete signature file. So the only thing that's missing from the signature file is that link back to your dealership's website. You do have a really nice link here included in the body of the email, though. We do look for that. However, there is no value statement. So here you want to include either a mission statement, maybe talk about your dealership's great reputation, maybe you're willing to meet and beat competitors' pricing, or you offer some type of incentives by purchasing from you. Give them a reason to choose you over the competition. There are also no spelling or grammatical errors, so well done there. Now, next I just want to show you that tracking site. And first, what we're actually doing here is backing up, and I'm showing you the lead that was sent to your dealership so that you can see the phone number that was used. And this was the 949-267-3172. Now, looking at the tracking site, I did a search for that particular phone number, and this is the only attempt that was made to that line, which was the test call that I placed to the phone line to ensure that it was working properly. I did also include that test call in the audio portion of this shop. Scrolling down here, we can see there were no additional phone calls made. So, most importantly, just be sure that you are always reaching out to your customer by phone, regardless of whether or not they ask you to send information. Remember, 95% of customers will purchase from the first company to call them. So you want to be sure that you are picking up that phone immediately, calling them, and setting that appointment. Your secret code is phone, PHONE. Thanks for watching and have a great